All right, this is season 2,
episodes.
episode 6. All right, in 3, 2. Are you at timestamp 0?
Yes.
3, 2. What do I bing bang? 1. Play.
So anyways, if we only had 2 episodes left after this, like season 1, I'd probably be able to stick it out. Like, let's just finish the whole thing. But knowing that we got 3 more to go, it's like, no, I gotta finish this tomorrow.
Is Waba getting tired?
I'm getting very tired. I am reaching burnout. I also think this is the episode that is one of my favorite Paul Reiser scenes.
This is also where the Will stuff, I think, starts to get interesting again.
Yeah. And it's just so brutal. My dad, like, again, this is kind of a compliment to the show, but my dad was getting like frustrated by this point. Like, he was like, leave this kid alone. I'm tired of seeing this kid in pain.
Leave that child alone.
And then their solution to that is just giving him nothing to do.
Ugh.
Okay, and immediately the chemistry between these two, dynamite. Their banter back and forth, so good. It's not a lizard. How do you know?
No, it's shocking how good this is. This is arguably a shift in Steve's character.
Mm-hmm. And it's so nice that we don't need to spend a whole episode on Steve not believing him. Like, Steve fought a Demogorgon last season. The show remembers this.
Yeah.
So he's on board pretty quick. Also, one of my favorite shots is when they open the trunk and he just tosses the keys to Dustin without even looking at him.
So this is a completely superficial thing. This is my favorite Steve outfit.
It's a good outfit.
I know everybody goes crazy for the Scoops Ahoy one in the next season, but it's like, it's whatever.
I have it near me. Remind me and I'll show it on camera tomorrow. I am holding on to Funko Pop that I'm gonna give my best friend for Christmas. And it's Steve. It's this Steve with the sunglasses and the bat.
And awesome.
Like I think that's the best Steve. Like I'm agreeing with you that it's this outfit, but it's also with the sunglasses and that's the best Steve one.
Yeah, the sunglasses really fit. Well, and my second favorite, funnily enough, is his Halloween costume party or Halloween party costume. It's Tom Cruise.
It is Tom Cruise.
And so this is just something that I noticed on the last watch. They make a joke about Nancy having a Tom Cruise poster on her wall in season 4, which I thought was a fun callback.
Yes.
That season really wants you to know that maybe she regrets breaking up with Steve.
Mm-hmm. This is very alien. It's shedding its skin.
All it needs is a chest burster.
Yep. Steve, when Dustin looks down, I just want Steve to start shout, "He's killing me! He's killing me! Oh God, he's killing me!" Some people will get that reference.
Cool people will get that reference.
Shit, he ate through the wall. As many dogs do.
How fucking far did he tunnel? God damn.
When I was I don't remember.
A young warthog?
When I was a young warthog, I don't know if it was like a thunderstorm or what, but growing up with my parents, we had a dog who was an outside dog only. He was just in our backyard, and he was a really big dog. Something one night had him freaking out. He bit a really big hole out of the side of the wall.
I thought you were about to say he bit a really big hole in your leg.
I mean, that'd be cooler.
So this is
he ate a lot of our house.
Oof. My mom has one of the grossest stories that I've ever heard. As a kid, she was walking her bike and she tripped and her chin hit the bar. Ooh. Her teeth went through her tongue.
Oh my God. That sounds awful.
Ugh. Makes me shiver just thinking about
it. We are such fragile creatures.
Gasoline. Damn, Cody Rhodes was paid $10 million for his last year in WWE. I wish I could do that shit. You know what I could do for $10 million? That's the thing that's funny to me is people like, would you really sell out for money? Yes.
Yes. I would.
There's not a single problem in my life that couldn't be solved with money.
Yeah, I mean, they say money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a jet ski. And I've never seen a sad person on a jet ski.
Exactly. You sell out, you make the money, and then you invest and become ethical again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this episode was directed by Andrew Stanton. He has directed some Pixar movies.
Andrew Stanton.
Oh, he directed Finding Nemo.
And the better movie, Toy Story. Thank God Wikipedia.
No.
Oh, sorry, he's a writer.
He's a writer on Toy Story.
Yeah, Google just had Toy Story under him.
Yeah, he's an OG Pixar guy. But yeah, they got him to direct some episodes this season. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Looks like it's just Dig Dug and the Spy, though. Oh no. He was Hopper in A Bug's Life, the video game. Replacing Kevin Spacey.
Oh no.
My child! I've abandoned my boy! I don't know what movie that is or the context, but I've seen that clip. It's great. It's Daniel Day-Lewis. What is the score?
I don't know. But again, I do like the logistics of this, of how they're going to get this story out there, and make sure people believe it. And to be fair, even though we know Paul Reiser's a good guy, the system is still a big part of the problem, and we need to bring the system down, which is what we do at the end of this season. And then Matthew Modine will come back.
Nancy, the last thing you should be doing, you of all people should be doing, is drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of a bitch when you're drunk.
When Steve said she couldn't hold her liquor, he wasn't wrong.
Oh God, this is the
scene where it's like, why? I get that he's weird and eccentric and doesn't have hangups about this stuff, but they're still teenagers, and they're your guests.
It's because he just exists to be the writer's mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do all this, why did Steve and Nancy get back together at the end of season 1?
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. That's fair.
I don't think you can tell an underage girl she's attractive.
Yeah. I'd advise against that. Also, like, I don't know, like, there's ways playing this character. It's like, do you think he's supposed to be gay? Like, what do you think we're doing with him? Like, I'm just asking questions here. Like, because he's supposed to be eccentric, but
he doesn't.
Whatever they're going for here is not working.
Yeah.
I just feel like I've seen this trope or this situation before in shows, especially, of like a gay character has to explain to a straight couple why they need to just bang and be together or whatever, and the mileage that stuff doesn't always hit.
Jonathan, why would you just offer that information up?
I just don't know why is this scene here. But like, if we do a very similar beat with him in season 3 with Hopper and Joyce, and that works way better.
Yeah, because they're adults.
Because they're adults, and
neither of them are dating someone.
And they're both yelling at each other, and he's like, "Are you guys just gonna fuck or what?" That's what he's saying. Here, nothing instigates it. They are just quietly sitting on his couch talking,
No,
and he's like, "So are you two gonna bang?"
no. So what instigates it is Jonathan asks to sleep on the couch.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's like, "What? You two aren't sleeping together? Why aren't you sleeping together? Why don't you love each other? Do you get it? Do you get it? They're supposed to be together."
It's just like, again, like, why couldn't I don't like that we have Nancy cheating on Steve. It's like, just have them broken up before
And it
this.
makes
And I'm with
both of
you,
these
like,
people look awful.
well, I mean, Jonathan's alright.
Jonathan is just as guilty.
that is technically true.
You really don't believe in shared responsibility. Like, is this supposed to be chemistry? They're just
Again, my issue is more the writing. But other than this stuff, like, I like Jonathan fine this season. Jonathan's weird because a lot of his best stuff and worst stuff is in season 1. And then in this season, he's mostly fine except for this. And then he just gets less to do, and it, like you said, is just less and less interesting with each season.
no. I mean, I really praised him with that scene with Will at the beginning. That's where I like him the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's just regardless of my feelings on the Steve and Nancy relationship, this instantly vilifies both of them to me.
That's fair. And again, I'm not invested in this love triangle, so this is really low stakes for me. At least you got it out of the way early. I just mean in the episode. I didn't remember when we did this scene. I'm just glad we're getting it out of the way. But I'm with you too. Like, you could have just had Nancy and Steve not be back together at the end of season 1. Like, that would have been fine.
I can't figure Erica out because sometimes she's unnaturally smart for how old she is, and sometimes she acts like a little girl.
Yeah, it's almost like this was written by 30-year-old men. I do like this scene where she's like, "Code red, Luke is code red," and he's like, "Oh my god. What have I missed?" Like, that's fine. Yeah, this is the best Steve look. And I do have my own Steve Funko Pop. It's pretty cool. It's the season 4 look with the axe.
Oh, that's a good one.
The army gear on. Like, it's a pretty good one. But I got the better one for my best friend because, like you, he loves.
Wait, I'm not your best.
No, you two can talk about Steve all day.
Is he also a Steve lover?
He is a hardcore Steve lover. Like, he watches season 1 and he's like, "I don't get it. Why does everyone love this Steve guy? I just know he's the most popular character." And then by season 2, he's texting me. He's like, "Steve's my favorite. He's the best." Like, I knew it.
Is Steve not your favorite then?
Like, top 3. Like, I go back and forth. I like Steve a lot. I like Hopper, Dust. Like, those are probably my top 3, and it just fluctuates.
Those are the 3 best ones.
And like Mike, I like, although season 4 puts Max at least into my top 5. I like the Max stuff in season 4 a lot, and I also like Robin. Robin would rank pretty well for me. She's cool. Big breakout role for Maya Hawke. Like, she's in stuff before this, but this is when people go, "Oh, she can actually act." Like, she's really cool. And now she's in a lot of stuff.
She's in Fear Street for the whole 5 seconds.
Or for probably 7 seconds, yeah.
I lost it when they started playing Closer by 9 Inch Nails and that.
They also have Fear of the Dark,
Iron Maiden
song in there. Yeah.
Great song. No, she's really good, and as much as I like him and Dustin, like, I think it is a little bullshit that Dustin's or Steve's like only friend is like 12.
But like I said, we get there with Robin in season 3, so it's fine. Also, Maya Hawke just voiced Anxiety in Inside Out 2.
I need to see it. She was in that Netflix movie with Camila Mendez, but I didn't finish it.
I don't know.
She's in Asteroid City.
I mean, a lot of people are in Asteroid City. I haven't seen it.
It's eh.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that movie, The Kill Room. I forgot she's in that.
Oh, the Michael Fassbender one?
No, that's The Killer. This is stars Uma Thurman, Maya Hawke, Samuel L. Jackson. Cool. Yep. I mean, she looks a lot like her mom.
And it's like some kids look nothing like their parents, and then with her, it's like, oh, if you like made a clone of Ethan Hawke, like she looks like just a perfect splice of those two people. Okay, Bob, I appreciate that you're being a great father figure. The responsible thing to do is abandon this family and get out of here. Because I'm concerned for your safety. You did a good deed. Now leave Hawkins and never look back. It's the responsible thing to do. Oh my god, it's Pazuzu.
So the idea is this is the Mind Flayer, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. We're at the morning after scene. Do you like the pull-out joke?
So funny.
And my problem with it too, I get this isn't a anti-sex thing. Like it's just it feels like Nancy hasn't learned anything. Because remember, her sleeping with Steve is a factor in what happens to Barb. Again, the show is not anti-sex, and it doesn't need to be.
No, I would argue she regresses as a character in this season.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's why I get so frustrated that the show is on her side about this. There should be consequences. I don't care what they are. There should be some. I think,
like I said, I like the subplot a lot and how we wrap up the stuff with Barb's parents. That's really good. I think what would have appeased you is maybe instead of having her and Steve break up before this, instead have Steve find out at the end of the season and then break up with her. Have Steve be the one who ends it.
That would have been fine. All we get is he forgives her.
Yeah. So, that may have been better.
Yeah. I would have been fine with anything.
And again, also just with the whole government.
That's funny. If you need to reach me again, don't.
It's also important to remember that Paul Reiser, like, he has a higher up position. He's not in charge of everything. He's not on the level that Matthew Modine was. That's an important thing.
Because we're both Smallville fans, I'm going to use Smallville. I'm going to use a Smallville comparison. What she does here is like when Clark puts on the red ring and runs to Metropolis because he doesn't want to deal with his actions.
Mm-hmm.
The consequences to that is A, nobody trusts him, and B, his father gets a heart condition which will later lead to his death.
That's true. The big difference is there is at least something motivating her beyond just like she's not running away. Like she's coming back to Hawkins. Like they are different.
They're different, but they're similar enough.
But again, the foundation of wanting to give Barb's parents closure and bringing this whole system down, like that all totally tracks for
He's so menacing.
me. That's how many people work out, smoke, and drink beer at the same time. I don't know if you can do that and have that body. I don't know if that's how that works.
Wicks.
Mormons. Sadie Sink is really good.
She is. My thing with that is I've drank beer, like I've had beer. I don't understand when they deploy characters that just drink beer, want beer constantly. The aftertaste, you would need something else in between.
Mm-hmm.
Kids on bikes.
Mm-hmm. And like I was saying earlier, though, with Paul Reiser, we obviously know him from Aliens. That is a trend the show keeps doing, because in season 1, our big like '80s gets are Winona Ryder and Matthew Modine. Like these are big actors in the '80s. I mean, or at least Winona Ryder starts in the '80s, gets big. So those are 2 big ones. And then in season 2, you get Paul Reiser. Who do we get?
You forgot Sean Astin.
And Sean Astin, Goonies, when he's a little kid. And in season 3, we get Carrie Owens. That's our big 80s guy.
I love him in that season. He's so slimy.
Mm-hmm. I like it when he plays villains. He has so much fun. He's so over the top. And then who do we get in 4? That's like a celebrity. Oh, season 4 we get Robert Englund. We get him for 1 episode. And season 5 we're getting Linda Hamilton, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a tradition I like. And that these aren't all like obvious choices or like the necessary like Paul Reiser isn't like one of the biggest stars in the world, but if you know '80s movies, you've seen him in something. For us aliens, and
sure.
I think he's really good in this. And I don't think it's ever too gimmicky or distracting. Like they'll get some big names, but not like the biggest names. Like Carrie Elwes, people know from Princess Bride, but not a lot outside of that. In the mainstream.
Excuse me. He's in the movie we're doing tomorrow.
That is true. Do you think it's too late for a Saw X flashback style movie where we bring Carrie Elwes back, or do you think that ship has sailed?
Okay, do you want slight spoilers for Saw as a franchise?
Yeah, sure. No.
He comes back in 7 as a 3rd secret apprentice that has been working behind the scenes the whole time.
Is that actually Carrie Elwes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I didn't know he ever came back, so that's fun. And then do they never pay that off? Or is that wrapped up?
No, because that is the last movie in continuity.
God damn it.
Well, because Spiral is more of its own thing, and then 8 and 10 are prequels.
Flash, yeah. Maybe one day they'll pay it off. So
I don't think so, because I think what they're going to end up doing is prequels to shove John Kramer in there as much as they can.
It's similar to where Alien's at, right? Like we know we have that prequel show coming out. We'll see if that's good. But with the success of Romulus and stuff like Alien Isolation, I feel like that's just what the Alien franchise is indefinitely. It's just stuff between Alien and Aliens. So you got 57 years. I feel like that's just the franchise moving forward.
I don't think it's just Aliens. I think that is going to be the next trend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
because
gotta go back.
Pet Cemetery did it. Rosemary's Baby is doing it. The Omen did it.
That's true. Yeah. Well, prequels have had a notorious reputation for so much longer than the sequels had. And it's like at some point we figure out how to make prequels good.
Yeah, it was called The
So
Revenge
I'm
of the
fine
Sith.
with it.
All right, 1 second. My battery's dying and it's beeping.
Oh no, and it's in a Steven.
I know, I'm very upset.
It's a Steven Dustin scene.
Okay. The nice thing about this headset, I think I mentioned this before, replaceable batteries.
Nice. I really like this advice that Steve's giving Dustin because it's not great advice, but he's doing his best.
I don't understand how a ladies' man is this bad at advice.
No, but he's more nuanced than that. It's like, is he a ladies' man? Like, he's had a couple girlfriends, but a big part of the appeal of the Steve character is he has this reputation of being, you know, the cool guy and the popular one, but like he has his insecurities. Like he is just a normal guy. Like that is a big part of the appeal of the character.
Yeah, but it the way they play it in the first season is that he's had a few girlfriends.
Hmm. But I think, and Grant, remember, he does come from money. That helps.
I like this part because he's just had his heart broken.
Mm-hmm. And also, this season we have perfected the Steve hair.
Yeah.
It's we weren't at the Steve hair yet quite with season 1. And I like that Dustin's like a little jealous of him, where he's like, "Yeah, you're like all cool. Your ass is grass." What does that even mean? Why do people say that? Farrah Fawcett. That's good setup and payoff with when they were planting the flags earlier, following the vines and the pumpkin patch stuff, and now we're seeing that. Like
I
these are
think you're somehow. Oh wait, there's the
connecting.
flag. Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind. I noticed it after you said that.
This is a really good Hopper scene. This apology, even though Eleven's not going to hear it.
Wait, does he even know she's run away?
No, he thinks she's still there. Because remember, these last few episodes have been over the course of like less than 2 days, and he spent most of that wrapped in vines underground.
I'm sorry, I forgot to explain.
But I think the show is aware that to at least some degree, Hopper was trying to replace his daughter, and that's not a healthy place to start.
Mm-hmm.
This is the scene where I think Paul Reiser really shines, because everyone in this room is going to tell him, well, we have to kill the kid. That's the only way to kill this virus. And Paul Reiser's character, he won't have it. He's like, no, I am saving this kid's life. I promised his mother I would save his life. This is when you finally get like, okay, he is a good guy. He is genuine. I think
Also,
he's
very
great.
Last of Us with the whole brain thing.
Mm-hmm. Good call. This is when we see that his concern is genuine. You know, he's not just putting up a front. Did you ever see Whiplash? With Miles Teller and J.K.
Yes,
Simmons?
that was good.
I love that movie, and you probably don't remember, but Paul Reiser, he plays Miles Teller's father in that. He's in like 2 or 3 scenes.
Yeah, I did. I only saw it once. I would cry if I had to teach her like that. Like there's no right words about. I would end up crying.
I would too. He's so good in that movie. We don't let J.K. Simmons play villains nearly enough. When you see that he's capable of that kind of honesty.
Have you watched Invincible yet?
That's true. He is great in Invincible. I've seen season 1. I still need to watch season 2.
Dude, I need to watch. I've read the comic like 3 times. It's one of my favorite comics, but they just killed the momentum with season 2.
I did though watch the Adam Eve special between seasons. I thought that was really good.
That's pretty good. What I like about Adam Eve is you can tell, because I've always read Invincible as Peter Parker meets Superman, and Grayson is very Peter Parkerish. Adam Eve is just MJ.
It's MJ meets equivalent character with superpowers.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve does have the shades. That's
great. That's gonna be the thumbnail.
That's a good shot. I like that we're consistent with locations. It doesn't feel cheap. It just feels like
it's a small town.
Geography's consistent. Yeah, it's a small town. It's not like Smallville, where we go somewhere different every week. Like, how big is this small town? Hey man, if my cat turned into a Demogorgon, I'd try to protect it. It's what a loving parent does. And I like that Max being here isn't contrived. It's just, she's just having fun. She's just away from her horrible family.
Well, he wants her, and Lucas wants her to be involved.
Yeah. And, you know, she doesn't believe all this stuff. But, like, she's a kid. She's having fun. The danger has not solidified yet.
Hey, dickheads. We just have the Steve subplot for the rest of the episode.
Have you fan casted Joe Keery in anything? Like a big IP?
Yes.
Like, do you have anything in mind?
Funnily enough, you're gonna laugh. He was my pick for Johnny Storm.
That he was for a lot of, like, that's not a bad pick. I'm glad.
I just said you're gonna laugh because it went to a different Stranger Things cast member.
I mean, I'm happy for Joseph Quinn. And Joseph Quinn, again, a lot of people were really angry that they killed off Eddie, but he used that to springboard. He got Quiet Place Day 1. He's in the Fantastic Four now. He's doing good.
I don't understand those people. It's 4 seasons in. They've done the same thing.
You know the formula. You should have known better.
Gee, Jonathan, maybe if you were here, you could have helped your family. But no, you have to enable Nancy's dumbass.
To be fair, when he left, like, Will was okay. It hadn't gone off the rails yet.
Okay, but by that logic, to be fair, Peter didn't know his uncle was going to get shot.
Oh my god, not everything's an equivalent to that.
No, not everything is an equivalent, but you know what I'm saying. Don't be obtuse, Robert.
Yay, people are working together. You'll love to see it.
This is the Netflix formula, right? Large cast, though we split all of them into like 3 groups.
This stuff is fun. It's just building a fort.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my dad he grew up on a ranch, and that ranch was still in our family, and not like functioning anymore. When I'm growing up, like, there's no animals or whatever, but like the barn's falling apart and stuff like that. But like me and my cousins would just play around there all the time, and we'd move stuff around and stuff that gives me anxiety now. Like, oh god, that was so dirty. Could have gotten bitten by so many weird things. I could have stepped on so many nails. I was so lucky.
Also, for fan casting, maybe 5-10 years ago, he would have been my pick for a slightly older Peter Parker.
He would have been a good Peter. How do you feel about him as in the DCU? How do you feel about Joseph Quinn as Nightwing? Or not Joseph Quinn, sorry. Joe Keery. Too many Joes. How do you feel about Joe Keery as Nightwing?
That's not bad. Oh, this might be a little obvious. Casey Jones.
Ooh, I like that. That's fun. That's how you do the pretty boy Casey Jones, but make it work. Not like Stephen Amell in the Michael Bay movie.
Why you would go to him of all people? I like Amell okay as an actor. He's not charismatic.
He's not the right. Like, no, Joseph Quinn's Casey Jones would be very like
Joe Keery.
Joe, god damn it. They have like half the same name. No, Joe Keery, it would be very similar, I think, to like Chris Evans, Casey Jones in the TMNT movie. Like, I get that vibe.
Oh yeah, I just stopped and think. I was like, what? Like, those two sentences were not coming together for me.
Who turned on the fog machine?
The only thing I remember from that movie is that really cool Raphael versus Leonardo fight.
It's pointless and stupid.
Oh, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is April.
Mm-hmm. Man, I've always been a Leonardo guy. That movie makes it hard to be a Leonardo guy, because that scene is Leonardo berating Raphael for being a vigilante, which is what they're supposed to be doing. Like, god damn it.
Why, Dustin, stop being a dick.
That's good. Just show you don't care. And it's like, dude, like, she's not into, like, she likes Dustin. Like, she's not into Dustin. You gotta know you're losing battles.
You said it was your best friend that's like totally into Steve as a character. Was it your best friend?
Yeah.
Does he also complain about season 1 and 2?
Not as much as you do.
Oh, come on.
I just don't think he cares about the romance stuff. Okay, so you're an Indiana fellow. Do you buy that there's that much fog? Does that feel natural?
Not in October.
Okay, I don't know these things. When do you get that kind of fog?
Mostly in the summer after like a really big rain.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have to storm before you're gonna get any kind of fog like that.
Which we haven't seen at all this season.
It never rains in this show.
It does in season 1. They do that like when they find 11.
Oh yeah.
They do a couple rainstorms.
Well, because if you think about this, last week it rained like 4 days in a row.
Wow.
Come on, Stranger Things, do your research. It can't rain all the time.
This situation that Max is in is really sad and unfortunately very real. Like her dad's kind of an asshole, and then or maybe her dad wasn't, but then her mom left in and then married an actual asshole who is Billy's dad. It's just like step sibling relationships and step parents. Like that stuff can be tough.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they swerved the last minute? She does end up with Dustin.
That would have been funny, but you gotta earn it.
Yeah.
Dustin gets a girlfriend.
No, I'm just making a joke. Like the difference between that and like Steve and Nancy is the show is asking me to care about Steve and Nancy until it's not. So if you're gonna get me invested, like I want you to treat my intelligence with some dignity.
On first viewing, this scene is really tense. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Because they don't know yet that Steve is the breakout fan favorite #1 character. Like, they could kill him. They still could. But when you get to season 3 and it's Steve fighting that Russians, you're like, yeah, he's not in danger. They're not gonna have Steve get killed by Russians. Are we past the scene when Dustin tells Lucas, like, oh, I get it. There's a spark between you and Max, or does that come later?
That's later.
Okay. That's a good moment when Dustin's like humble. Like it's a very mature moment for Dustin where he recognizes, oh, she's not into me and she's into you, and I gotta accept that. It's a good scene. I love it whenever Steve twirls the bat and he doesn't have to.
So good. I wish they brought this bat back. Like it's kind of iconic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it becomes a signature weapon for the first 2 seasons.
Which is funny because Jonathan built it.
Like I said, Steve does get an axe in season 4. That's kind of cool.
That's not as cool as this bat.
But that is correct. Hey, bat. And now Steve is regretting his life choices.
Uh-oh. It's so fucking hard to see what's happening.
It's getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. On first viewing, this is terrifying. I am so scared.
That's still pretty tense. He got some smooth. He got. You're one of the only places in the world where the geese chase you. There's so many parallels.
Dr. Grant says it's a bad idea.
What's a bad idea? Yeah, we are going to die.
To die. This is a great scene for Max when she's like, oh my god, monsters are real. I should not have come in.
I like that he instantly pushes them back. Like, get out of the way.
You did it. See, Steve just won a fight.
That's true.
He did it.
I hope he wins another one in season 5.
Oh, they'll give him some good moments. They did in 4. He gets a couple hero moments in 4.
Trying to remember. He's always the goddamn babysitter.
He just starts talking like Negan while he's holding that bat. I'm gonna beat the fucking fuck out of them. Oh, and here now it's we're getting a big aliens moment coming up.
Oh
Spoilers,
my!
it's not gonna work out for these guys.
Oh my God, Robert! I don't think these guys are gonna make it.
Get out of there!
Get out of the long grass!
Looks like a kid's full of shit, Doc. Oh yeah, you're gonna die, dude. Now, do you think we're consistent with the Demogorgon or Demodog strength level?
No.
Because if bullets don't hurt him, I don't buy that a bat does.
Does the bat hurt him? It just knocks him away.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like season 1. I mean, the bear, I guess the bear trap's pretty strong because like that really injures it.
Well,
But if
but
it
even
hits
with the
like
bat,
bullet,
he just uses that to keep it back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fire that kills it.
That's season 1.
Yeah, because they put it in the bear trap and then set it on fire.
Yeah, and then it goes into the upside down. It's the same Demogorgon at the end that's attacking them at the school. It's 11.
Oh, right. Well, but either way, like the bat is just basically a stick.
Do you buy that Hopper is able to kill one with a sword?
Yes, because by season 4 we don't give a fuck.
And it's cool.
It is a cool payoff to a storyline that is bullshit.
Hopper.
That's the natural evolution of a show. Like when you introduce a stronger enemy, the previous enemies have to become weaker to show.
That is true. Okay, Hopper, get away from the window. It is time to leave.
You are going to die.
To die. Yeah, it's time to go.
Let's go faster.
Never mind, let's go. Oh my god, what a horrifying cliffhanger. I can't wait to see the next episode resolve it.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Let's see how our heroes get out of here. Meanwhile, with 11, oh no.
Damn, that was a short episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did it.